Good morning, soccer fans, and welcome back to When the Dust Settles. I just want to talk to you about the quarterfinal games between Jordan and Pakistan. Jordan won that game 1-0, and then the game between South Korea and South Korea and Australia. South Korea won that game 2-1. Goals coming from Song in the 105 minutes, and then the first goal was scored. The equalizer goal was scored by what's his name, Lee. I hope the Lee. Okay, we'll check that out before the close of the program. That game, I really want to zero in on the game between South Korea and Australia. Australia scored first, and South Korea scored in the almost the end of in the almost the end of the game in extra time. Almost the end of the extra time, they got a penalty. Song was brought down in Australia defense, and what's his name, Lee? Was it Lee or Young? One of them, netted to make the score 1-1. And in extra time, Song scored in the 104 minutes of the game, making it 2-2. But there were two different styles of play. First of all, I want to talk about you know the passing game of South Korea. The passing game of South Korea. When you watch the game, you see that South Korea passed the ball well. So there were two different styles of play that was on the field. Just a quick update. Nigeria is also playing Angola in the African Cup of Nations final. That's the quarterfinal. And Nigeria is up by a goal to 0. I think it's just about maybe 60 some odd minutes gone. So maybe before the end of this episode, the game will be ended. But I will be monitoring the game before the end of this episode, and I will tell you how the scores are. But right now, Nigeria is ahead of Angola in the African Cup of Nations semi-finals between Angola and. Yeah. So South Korea play a very good game. As I always say, get the W. Once you get the W, once you get the win, everybody will say all the good things and all the things you did right. So what we're going to talk about South Korea. Defensively, South Korea was very good. Offensively, they were also good. But the passing game impressed me. The passing game impressed me. That's the same way if you watch Spain play, and most of the teams in Spain play like that, like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. These teams play passing game, and this is one of the way that South Korea play. South Korea combined the passing game with attacking. If you see that when South Korea, when they lost the ball, they all gather around the person that in possession of the ball to ensure that they can regain possession. When they regain possession, they don't just kick the ball downfield or punt the ball downfield. They create what I consider to be unpredictability in the minds of their opponent. What do I mean by that? Like that's I just coined that word by myself. Unpredictability in the minds of the opponent, because sometimes you will see a player open standing right there, but he's not. The South Korea player is not going to pass the ball to the person that most people expect them to pass the ball to. They're going to pass the ball to somebody else, or they're going to move with the ball. One thing they do, they're not just quick passes. I always say this, that don't learn, if you coaching a football team, discourage the kids from quick passes. No, get the ball, possess the ball, move one or two, and then you pass the ball so that you eliminate some players. You see the opening, and the opening is right for you to pass the ball there. And one good thing that South Korea did too was the ability to play in tight spaces. They play in tight spaces, and in those tight spaces, they still possess the ball. Australia, on the other hand, those were two different styles of play, and I don't have problem with the way Australia play. Australia they believe in knocking the ball long, passing the ball long, and running downfield, playing a kind of attack, which of course suit their way of playing. But I think If you playing long ball, your ability to maintain possession, your possession is limited, because when you punt the ball downfield, you kick the ball downfield, or you kick the ball from out of 18, that ball is not going to anybody in particular. You got to make sure your passes are direct. Your passes are going to somebody who going to maintain possession. And that's one of the things South Korea did so brilliantly. They were able to possess the ball, and they were able to, create scoring opportunities, because they didn't allow themselves to just, pass the ball to nobody. I'm not saying Australia did it, exorbitantly. I'm saying Australia were not, doing that. They were not playing with maintaining a lot of possessions. And that was, like in the 26th minute of the game. In the 26th minute of the game, you see a beautiful passing football, a beautiful piece of passing football from South Korea. South Korea, beautiful piece of passing football, and both teams have a lot of chances, and the penalty was called in the I think in the 94th minute of the second half. For those of you who don't follow soccer, I just want to explain to you what a penalty is. In the 18-yard box of the field, so if like North Korea get the ball, let's say in the 18-yard box, if North Korea is attacking in Australia 18-yard box, and there's a foul committed by Australia in their 18, that is going to be a penalty against North Korea. And a penalty kick is where you put the ball on the spot, the goalkeeper and the kicker are facing each other, and that is a chance for goal. So that what penalty is. Any foul within your 18 is, let me say any foul, most foul within your 18 is a penalty against you. So that most of the time teams try to play, not to play foul in their own 18-yard box of the game. Folks, you are watching When the Dust Settle. Let me use the time to say a big thank you to those of you who watch our videos and those of you who subscribe to our videos. We always say this. We highly appreciate your time and taking up time to watch our videos, and also commenting and sharing our videos. Today we're talking about South Korea game with Australia in the Asian Cup. The first game was between Jordan and Pakistan. Jordan won that game 1-0. The second game was between South Korea and Australia. South Korea won that game 2-1. Australia netted first. South Korea came from behind, scored 2 goals, taking them to the quarterfinals. So I think Australia, let's say South Korea, will be facing Jordan in the semifinal. Folks, you are watching When the Dust Settle. As I told you, the game between Nigeria and Angola is still 1-0 in favor of Nigeria, and they've almost gone, let's say about 75 minutes are gone in the second half. So we are discussing South Korea, and defensively, South Korea was sound defensively, because whenever they lose the ball, they went back and on the defense to make sure that they could regain possession. South Korea like to play passive football, and one of the reasons, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's how they conceded the first goal, because it was a missed kick from the passer, and the guy he passed the ball to didn't get the ball. Australia took possession of the ball, and that's how they scored the first goal. Folks, you're watching When the Dust Settled. There was a beautiful piece of football. I hope if you have the time, you can go and watch that game, and we hope to bring you updates. Right now, Nigeria is up by 2-0. Nigeria just scored. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen just scored for Nigeria, so the score is 2-0. Nigeria is leading in that game. Folks, you have a lot of games going on. African Cup of Nations going on, Asian Cup going on. So we have a lot of games going on. Folks, please watch our video. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Until next time, my name is Pico Conway, and you're watching When the Dust Settles. I will talk to you when I talk to you. Have a great day for now. Bye.